only 1 minute additional time as we hit the 45-minute mark here in Nairobi at the Moi International Sports Centre. Goalless it remains. Medical attention out. Benny McCarthy and his assistant coach, Vasily Manusakis, watching on. Well, Kenyan fans have been heartened by what they've seen from Kenya at this tournament. Their engine room has been so very impressive. They have had, regardless of who plays, intelligent ball winners, short passing techniques, and their midfielders thrived on quick transitions. Mondi on the turf. The good news is that Bensanyo Mondi is back on his feet. He's not on the pitch at the moment. He'll be called onto the park by the referee once the ball is back in play. Kalumba steers this directly out of play, and Bensanyo Mondi is called back on now. Now, while we had 1 minute of time added on when we hit the 45, there was an injury concern at the 45-minute mark, so the referee will allow for that and play another minute on top of what he initially asked to be signalled. Tibwage. Sakwa and Ogam have made telling runs. This is back to Onyango. Couldn't find the through ball. Sakwa will pick up on the loose ball though. Pandi. Onyango. It's deep. Kalumba's come. Kalumba collects the ball, and indeed his defender Matthews Banda. Austin Odiambo. Aboud. And he drops his head the moment he struck it. Kalumba now crumples to the ground, holding on to his stomach. Certainly made some significant contact with his own defender, Matthews Banda. Both of them took a knock. Contact with his own defender, Matthews Banda. Both of them took a knock. So when we only had a minute of additional time, we've had two injury concerns in added time. We only had a minute of additional time. We've had two injury. Austin Odiambo watches on. Scorer of Kenya's first 2 goals at this tournament. Avram Grant presiding over a campaign that has been less than ideal for Zambia. He felt that Zambia have got something out of this, though. They have seen some positives and indeed spotted a few players who could potentially be ready for international duty. So play will get underway from a drop ball. Referee says, no, we won't have the drop ball. Instead, we are going to have half-time, gentlemen. To the tunnel, the players will go. It's been an intense battle between Zambia and Kenya. Both teams seeking the early goal, neither able to find it. At half-time between Zambia and Kenya, it's goalless at the Moi International Sports Centre in Nairobi. Dominic Chanda walks off a little gingerly. Benny McCarthy walking back to his change room, looking for some inspiration for his players in the second half. They want to win this group and they want to win it outright. They do not want to rely on a draw between Morocco and DRC. For Zambia, it's about winning this match and finishing this campaign on a high, regardless of the 3 defeats that came before. How these sides lined up against one another statistically in the opening half. Kenya dominating 2/3 of the possession effectively in this game. A passing accuracy of 90%, which is a genuine credit to the way they've played at this tournament, stringing together nearly 300 passes and almost twice the number that Zambia have managed in this fixture. The disappointing statistic from a Kenyan perspective is that while they've had 8 shots at goal, they've only had 2 on target. From a Zambian perspective as well, after some early chances, not much to write home about in the bulk of the opening half. They've carved out 5 chances, 2 on target, but some very tame efforts as well. 15 fouls in the opening half and only 1 yellow card. Now going the way of Owen Tembo, 17 minutes in. Zambia and Kenya met on matchday 5 in Group A of the Total Energies African Nations Championship. Kenya needing a win to go top of Group A and guarantee progression to the quarterfinals as the winners of their pool. Marvin Nabwire testing Charles Kalumba from a long way out very early on. Zambia had a chance. Evans Kayombo steered it goal bound, but it was well cleared off the line by Mike Evans Kibwage. Chongo with a header back. Kayombo prodded it goal bound. Kibwage read it well. Aboud was heavily involved down his left flank, this time combined with Austin Odiambo, who forced Kalumba into a save. Ogam, while he reached the loose ball, failed to direct it goal bound. And arguably one of the best goal-scoring opportunities of the opening half, but it was a very tough chance for Ryan Ogam, who scored the winner against Morocco. And Stanley Omondi looking to pick up on a loose ball. Owen Tembo having a few words with the referee after Happy and Siku had uprooted Austin Odiambo from the resultant set piece. Fine save from Kalumba, diving to his right to deny Kenya the opener. Kenya looked like they were building towards an opening goal in this tie, provided periods of sustained pressure. This one from the initial corner, it was nodded away. Maraboud struck firmly, but it took 2 ricochets on its way out. One of Bumba. Kalumba combining with Matthews Banda late as the ball was headed in the direction of Austin Odiambo. Lovely diagonal ball toward the back post. Brave, courageous keeping, but at half time, it's goalless in Nairobi. Referee Lamid Jammeh makes his way from the tunnel, so too do the respective teams. Zambia and Kenya make their way out towards the pitch here at the Moi International Sports Centre in Nairobi. We're in Kasarani. Indeed, Kenya, playing at home, are seeking a victory over Zambia that would guarantee them top spot in Group A, regardless of the result between Democratic Republic of Congo and Morocco in a match played concurrent to this. It's 1-1 at Nyayo National Stadium in the other fixture. It's 0-0 here between Zambia and Kenya. Kawasu Chongo nearly set up the goal for Evans Kayombo that could have separated these sides, but for an intervention by Mike Kiwage on the line, clearing the ball away from danger. Benny McCarthy's side, and the only real chance of them that they've given to Zambia. It's Kayombo, the man that nearly scored for Zambia. Outside of that, Kenya have carved out a multitude of opportunities, some in which they were able to get shots away from, others not. But it's all to play for in the second 45 minutes here in Nairobi. Both teams significantly changed from their last matches. Kenya had a host of players warming up at half-time, including Masoud Juma limbering up. It seems as if his introduction to the game will be imminent, but it won't be at half-time. Alpha Nyango had another solid performance for Kenya in the opening half. Dominic Chanda too for Zambia. Referee from the Gambia, Lamid Jammeh, gets the second half underway. Zambia in the orange and black, Kenya in the white. It's goalless at the break, and neither side has made a change at half-time. Lewis Bundy heads it forward. Here's Sakwa. Bundy looking to go on the overlap, but that's nicely claimed by Tembo. Chongo receives from Chishimba. Topamba, the danger area. He's up against two in Sakwa and Bundy. Kenya look to run this out of their danger area again. Under the boot of Sakwa. Zambia, a chance of a long throw. Kampamba will take himself. He's got a relatively long throw, not so long as Matthews Banda, who's actually claimed assists from his throw-ins. Playing in the Zambian League, Super League. Kampamba. Wants to go long. Near the penalty mark. Tembo looks to strike. It's woefully off the side of the boot. Thankfully, he hasn't hurt the young volunteer who he struck with the ball some distance from Farouk Chikalo's goal. The Kenyan number one, starting his first match for the Harambee Stars today. Tusker played with Debwa Sugar. So a couple of seasons in Tanzania before making his way to Bandari, the Mombasa club, coastal club. There's David Sakwa, another one of the Bandari players, and his club for the last couple of seasons. Very promising player is Sakwa. He's called up to the national team almost immediately after making his top flight debut last year. Sakwa back inside on Yango, back to Kibwage. The lights are on now at Moi International Sports Centre. Kampamba looks for the long ball. Kelvin Mwanza was making a run, but would have timed it perfectly and clears towards the halfway line. And Stanley Omondi and Alpha Nyanga nearly come together, and then Alpha Nyanga is fouled. Free kick Kenya. They've got away with one, and they also nearly didn't. And Dominic Chanda were standout as the Kitwe club claimed the Zambian Super League title this past campaign, their 8th title. Bundy looking to combine with Sakwa. Kenya have played 7 complete halves of football at this tournament. They've only conceded 1 goal. It is utterly remarkable the way they've played from a defensive position. And Zambia bring a great deal of experience into this game. And some genuinely long-term campaigners, including Kampamba and Chongo. On the bench, there's more with the likes of Zulu and Walia. Kampamba now forward, Uwino down, Nabwire. A little bit of space opening up, opts to charge forward, and then with Ogam calling for the ball at his feet. There's confirmation of Mumba's yellow card. Nabwire has gone and blasted that ball well beyond Ryan Ogam. There's a clash of boots, and then it was a swinging arm from Mumba. Started his career with Kabwe Warriors about 5 years ago. Returned to the club after a season in Croatia. And joined Power Dynamos, where he's led them to the league title. Forward by Tembo. Chance, Mwanta off the side of the boot, off the inside of the boot and away, and Avram Grant drops his head in disappointment once again. It's another opportunity for Zambia. 7th shot at goal. Only 2 on target. Kenya have only had 2 on target of their 8. Can they create another here? Down the left flank in towards Ryan Ogam. Looking to stay on his feet. Back to Austin Odiambo. On the edge of the area, it's managed to be skipped away by the Zambian defence. Kibwage intercepted by Owen Tembo, and Zambia can hit on transition. Kampamba Kibwage gets enough on it, steers the ball out of play. Again, the long throw, potentially. Taken quickly though by Kampamba, finding Tembo, who runs onto it again in space. Nobody up in support, but Mwanza's on the far side, and Vince Daniel Mondi back to claim possession. Austin Odiambo asking Ogam to chase, but Dominic Chanda brings it down. Vince Daniel Mondi is still on the ground. Zambia attack. Prince Mumba, square ball, Kibwage steers it straight up in the air. And eventually the referee signals a stoppage in play. Stanley Omondi, the player down. Timbo got that ball away, and then Stanley Omondi just tripped it out of the path of Mwanza, who catches the trailing leg of Stanley Omondi. Kampamba, meanwhile, has collected a yellow card. It's the second yellow card of the tournament. Zambia, though, will not advance. Eliminated in the group stages for the first time in the African Nations Championship. He's one of 5 players, though, in the squad that was part of Zambia's team at the last AFCON. Kampamba, with Kelvin Kapumbu, with Frederick Mulambia, Rally Bwalia, and Benedict Chipeshi. He's the only one, however, that starts for Zambia today. The team that had their training camp at the University of Lusaka didn't have any friendly matches, not even internally. There's another yellow card whipped out. Mwanza it is. Prospect who showed great promise early on in his career, still looking to deliver on that fully. So players back underway. Nodded away by but immediately back on his feet. Here's Kampamba around the outside of Onyango, who stays with him. Nabuire now cuts out the danger, and Austin Odiambo looks to hit. Great use of transition ball here. Then Stanley Omondi out wide. Mugam has gone central. Sakwa has dropped in towards the back post. Off Onyango with space, looks for the shot and forces the save from Kalumba down into his left. Alpha Onyango saw a little space. Free kick in the middle of the park. Kimuka over this. Mubanga Kampamba. It's easy for the goalkeeper. The miscommunication perhaps between goalkeeper and defender sees the defence look to clear. Here's Bundy again putting his body on the line against Chongo. Throw in Zambia. And Chongo needs a kindly word. Several years the senior of Lewis Bundy. We look to have caught his arm in that passage of play. Bundy might have a case there. It looked like it actually came off Chongo's shins before rolling out of play. Given as a Zambian throw, Kampamba looks for the long throw here. Meanwhile, incident in the area. The captain, Abud, is down. Dominic Chanda. One of his nails, no nonsense defender. Papa looks for the long throw. Free kick in the area before the ball had even reached the goalkeeper, Farouk Shikalo. We're still on his knees. Siku is being spoken to. Not for the first time in the game. Good news is that Nabuere is back on his feet. Happy and Siku. Some contact with Nabuere. Still Diambo got a touch on it. Sakwa kept in play. Called by Kalumba nice and early. Approaching the hour mark, it remains goalless in this fixture. It remains deadlocked at 1 apiece in the other fixture. Masoud Juma on the right of your screen and Boniface Mushiri are set to make their way on imminently. Both were among 4 players who were limbering up at half-time. They weren't in the change room with their teammates. Before play gets back underway, we are going to see the introduction of Mushiri and Juma. Mustin Odiambo is making way. He's played a significant role today. Hasn't quite been able to help Kenya get over the goal-scoring line. But he makes his way off for the experienced Masoud Juma, and David Sakwa will make his way off for Boniface Mushiri. The Ulinzi Stars man. He's been there since signing from Masoud Juma brings a wealth of experience to the front line and indeed a hunger for goals after spending the last couple of matches out following a knock in their opening day victory against DRC. Problem here for Kayombo, who's down for Zambia. Out of play on the far side as Masoud Juma couldn't quite keep that ball in. Evans Kayombo from the Zambian border village of Chingi. He's risen through the ranks magnificently in Zambian football to see himself now on the international stage. And that's the Stars striker. Mwino controls, upward clears, ball out of play, Zambian throw. Zambia seeking a way through. It's Tembo. Chishimba. Controlled by Bandi. Now Mushiri. Usually plays down the left flank. He's come on to replace Sakwa down the right today. Onyango makes the break and Siku's after him, gets the pass away. Out wide, Ogam is waiting centrally. It's floated in over his head, but the header is there to be had. It's powerful, it's on target, but Masoud Juma is denied by a brilliant reaction save. Charles Kalumba to the rescue. The rain starts to fall here over the Moi International Sports Centre, but it is not dampening Kenyan spirits. Masoud Juma at the back post. Glorious delivery with Ogam waiting at the near post. Kalumba read it perfectly. With that, Avram Grant is going to make a couple of changes. Prince Mumba makes way. So too does Kelvin Mwanza. Timothy Sichalwe is making his way on. And so too is Kenneth Kasanga. There's Kasanga making his first appearance at this tournament, and with that, every player in the Zambian squad has received game time at this African Nations Championship. The 28-year-old Nkwazi star on. Nkwazi, the police team in Zambia. Very quick winger is Kasanga. Kenya will not want to see him at his best. He is very dangerous indeed. Oga lays it back for Onyango. Ball out wide, and with Stanley Omondi with a slight slip on what is becoming a wet surface with the rain coming down for a little while. It seems to have ceased momentarily. This Banda tries the long throw. Dampamba. Tembo. With the pressure going back to their defense. Chanda now. Driving ball. Bundy is there. What's brilliant about Lewis Bundy, and you might not notice this, even when he clears, he manages to find a teammate so often. Delivery and handball, surely. There's massive appeals for a handball against Nsiku. Trying again. Kenya have kept it alive. They're playing to the whistle, and they fire a ball into the side netting here. Medical attention is being summoned. But there are mammoth roars of disapproval for a potential handball against Matthews Banda here. Boniface Mushiri lays the ball in. And that's why, not against Matthews Banda. Matthews Banda was the player who nodded down. Against Happy Nsiku. Ogam was vehement in his appeal. It will be checked. Well, the atmosphere electric at the Moi International Sports Centre here in Kasarani, Nairobi. Mushiri with telling ball in. Dominic Chanda was standing just off to the side. It's Matthews Banda who tried to clear it. Been sequenced down. Ball into the side netting. A few drops of rain still about. Played under Benny McCarthy at Cape Town City in South Africa, did Masud Juma, as part of one of his many overseas jaunts, as well as in foreign clubs. Onyango switches it to the near side. Shiri, delivery again. The header is there to be had. Big challenge from Masud Juma. Free kick Kenya as Mushiri goes down. Kenya feeling alive. We're looking to run onto that. Couldn't bring it down. Kalumba gets on the end of it. Keeps it in play. And releases. Balls the ball out for Tembo. A dozen shots at goal from Kenya, 7 from Zambia. A few on target in the recent minutes for this Kenyan side. Still see the opening goal in this game and growing in confidence. 4 shots on target in total. They only had 2 through the opening half. They've had 2 inside the opening 20 minutes of the second, but still no goals. Kampamba. Nsiku. Scoreless it remains in Nairobi. Tembo read it brilliantly. Again, proving great ball winner in the middle of the park for Zambia. They've got limited support going forward. Kayombo He nods it away. Bamba to Tembo. Chongo now. He's got a powerful shot from range, but a little too far out to genuinely test the opposition keeper, Farouk. Tembo. Chongo again, back to Nsiku. Back in. Wire scoops it up, doesn't clear. Abud. Sanga. To Chongo. Stanley Omondi. It's a boot on the end of one, and Shiri looks to gather underneath it, but Kapamba's read the bounce best of all. Charging run forward, down under the challenge of Onyango, and referee says free kick Zambia in a very handy position. So Zambia down to Farouk Chikalo's goal. And looking to defend another set piece in this game. A little bit of a chess match between the respective coaches. McCarthy on his Kenyan side. So far kept Zambia scoreless, but similar to be said for Zambia, who've stuck to their rather structured game plan. With a side that very seldom panics, Zambia. Kenya showed no signs of panic and settled nicely into this game as well. Kapamba stands over this with the rain coming down. Might that prove a little more challenging for the goalkeeper, Farouk Chikalo? Kapamba looks to go direct, but he's gone high. Referee has just summoned a couple of players, Hampin Siku and Ben Stanley Omondi. Uino. Stanley Omondi towards far side on Onyango. The diagonal ball. Kapamba has it for Zambia. The Zambian throw. Nice touch of Mushiri. Tembo. Nicely recovered by Bundy. Nabuere had it. No free kicks as the referee. Chishimba and Mushiri are both down. Eventually he calls a halt to play. Zanako signing Chishimba. Nice follow through, catching Mushiri. Chishimba back on his feet towards Chalwe, picked up by Tembo. Chishimba going on the overlap. Kayombo for Chishimba by Bundy into space. It'll be picked up by Omondi. Abud chipped forward, and Omondi was making a telling run. Ben Stanley Omondi now needed to get there. He was trying to hold off his defender, but Hampin Siku cut in a more central position to win possession. Free kick Zambia, 20 minutes to play. Kenya seek a lead, but as things stand, they would be top of Group A because DRC and Morocco are still deadlocked at one apiece. Tembo. Kapamba. Chishimba. It's Chalwe. Timo Tiger. He turns 21 on Tuesday. That's Chishimba. Looking to combine with Chalwe. Kenya bench. Wanamondi. Good shot. Kapamba looks from range. Straight into Nabwire. Deflects away. Zambia still have it alive. Seek the opener here. Faruk Shigalo comes and commandingly takes the catch. Bowls it out to Onyango, who's got some space and had a little bit of time, but he overran it slightly and allowed Kamasa Chongo an opportunity to catch up with him. Finds Nabwire though, then out wide. Abud. Into the path of Ogam. Seeking Juma. Masud Juma. Dominic Chanda away. The rain getting a little heavier now. Throw into Kenya. Abud. Want to go around the outside of his marker, but ricochets off the shins of Banda and out for another throw. Ogam. Corner to Kenya. 12 shots at goal, only 4 on target for Kenya. Kalumba is yet to be beaten in this game for Ruxikalo. Been tested a couple of occasions by Zambia. Corner on the far side of the park. We know among those putting pressure on the Zambian defence from the corner. Kenya lift one in, nodded away at the near post. Abud chips it back into the danger area, but too close to Kalumba. Rolls it out for Chishimba, but on the very damp surface now, it just skids away from Chishimba. Throw into the Kenyan side, who now find themselves down, potentially in second place in the group, because Morocco have taken the lead. The captain, Hrimat, has found a goal from the penalty mark in the match played concurrent to this. With 18 minutes to play in that game, Morocco lead DRC by 2-1 and are poised to finish top of Group A and to stay in Nairobi for their quarter-final clash. Kenya could change that with a win over Zambia, but they're running out of time. The Zambian side that has been far more disciplined and structured today. Frustrated Kenya at times. Deflected ball in, danger area, still alive for Kenya. This one scrambled free. Tembo picks up on the loose ball and cleared by Chishimba now. And now on transition, Zambia have an opportunity. Kibwage got his body in the way. Nabwire recovers. Abud. Thought about it again. Onyango, then look for the through ball. His second of the tournament, but the first of the game, and Kenya now poised to stay in Nairobi. Ryan Ogam scores for a second consecutive match, and the stadium comes alive with 15 minutes to play. Onyango thought about the shot from range, pass into the path of Ryan Wesley Ogam, and the 20-year-old steered it beyond Charles Kalumba and the Zambian goal with precision once again. He has scored 2 exceptional goals in this tournament, and they've both been sent home with precision. Ogam on the turn, past Nsiku, beyond Kalumba. Kenya lead 1-0. Stepping up when it counts was Bushiri, I beg your pardon, with the ball in. Has that gone through the legs of the goalkeeper? Benny McCarthy, a massive celebration. Mushiri with the assist, Ogam with a goal, Kenya with the lead. Sakari, Manzoor and Uluch preparing to come on. Ryan Ogam's game is done. Scored in the 75th, replaced in the 76th, Ryan Ogam. He's earned his break. But Stanley Omondi, whose work rate has been phenomenal this afternoon into evening here in Nairobi. Another one of the changes. There's Suleiman Mansour. Alfonyango makes his way on, breaks his way off. Felix Uluch is on as well. It's been Stanley Omondi having made way. Uluch having a chance to impress for the first time this campaign. The Costa Rangers man is on. Only 3 players in the Kenyan squad haven't had game time. Sebastianos Wekesa, the third goalkeeper. Austin Odongo, last born. Brian Mushira of Shabana both. Bamba will let the ball roll out of play. So as things stand, Kenya would finish top of the group and stay in Nairobi. Morocco lead against Democratic Republic of Congo. And what that means for DRC is that they would need to score twice to advance. Because Morocco need only a draw to finish second if Kenya win here. So Onyango off, Sakari on, Sakwa off earlier, and Mr. Odiambo. Suleiman Mansour on as well. Ryan Ogam, whose goal separates the sides. Shiri, great little run, thought about the shot, pulled it back twice, and then freed up a little bit of space for himself. Ogam, Shiri spotted it, picked out his man, and Ogam absolutely revels in scoring goals. Living up to his billing. He's one of the stars to watch undoubtedly at this tournament. Like his teammate, Austin Odiambo. He's got 2 goals in this tournament. With a host of other players. Joint leading scorers. Ziza of Tanzania, Lalaina of Madagascar, Alan Okello of Uganda, Bayazid of Algeria, Caporal got 2 against Zambia for Angola, Kutumela of South Africa, and Abdul Razik of Sudan scored twice against Nigeria. 10 minutes to go to full time. Free kick Kenya. The rain continues to come down. Will it be 4 defeats from 4 matches for Zambia? Masoud looking behind him, away by Tembo. Recovered. Mansour. For Zambia. Siku. This Chongo. Little short for Chalwe, and Bundy intercepts. That's kindly laid into the path of Nabuire. Abud. Pulyut. Just tapped to the side by Sakari. Intelligent player. Another one of the Kenya police players. Gifted ball winner is Sakari in midfield. On this occasion, couldn't bring it under control. Temple finds Chongo. Zambia will not roll over. Kenya will know that. Tembo. Shishimba. It's Chalwe. It's Chalwe around the outside now of Sakari. He's on the far side. Touch for Kasanda. Chongo. Kabamba is calling for it. Instead goes back to Matthews Banda. Forward by Bundy. Forward from Sakari. Chanda. Chishimba. Too many turnovers for Kenya. Kambamba looking for space. Powerful shot, and Farouk Shikalo, when called upon, makes a top draw save. Kambamba with a powerful effort on target. Farouk Shikalo parries over. From the corner. Good call by the goalkeeper. He knew there was no danger immediately behind him and that the ball would be harmlessly out of play for a goal kick. Match attendance at the venue today, just under 27,000. Tickets were limited owing to security concerns in the last couple of matches. Ryan Ogam reliving that moment in which he delivered again, this time for his country, as he did against Morocco. Linked with Algerian and Swedish clubs. Moves didn't materialise, owing to his injury. Uluch chasing here, Chanda recovers. Chishimba. Dispossessed by Mansour. Owino with an excellent challenge. Mansour. Corner Kenya. There's the man on top, watching the team on top. He salutes the crowd. Kenya just minutes away from finishing top of Group A. Delivery in, steered away. Sickwood was one of the many budding stars to show their ability at the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations in Egypt back in May. Into the danger area again. Sichuma. Sakari. Back again, Nabuire. Sakari. Bundy. He'll deliver now. It's toward the back post. Free ball. Nabuire strikes, but cleared off the line. Gets a second chance, and it's blocked out of the air brilliantly. Bernie McCarthy. If anybody in the technical area knows how to finish, it's him. Mansour starting an attack. Kenya in a free kick in a handy position. Nabuire still can't believe he's missed out not once but twice to score Kenya's second in this game. Kenya have yet to score more than one goal in any game. But importantly, they've only conceded one goal in the entire tournament. Two chances, neither successful. Rally Bwalia is going to come on now. So is Benedict Chipeshi. Banda makes way. And so too does Tembo. Benedict Chipeshi make his way on, very disciplined and consistent fullback, and that's Rally Bwalia, the NAPSA Stars man, Kitwe board, very skillful left-footed hero for Zambia on so many occasions. Kenya, though, look to be a hero from the free kick. Mushiri, agonizingly close, away by goalkeeper Kalumba. Looking for the top corner. And Kalumba says no, corner Kenya. I can tell you that it's virtually game over for Democratic Republic of Congo now, because Morocco have scored again. Louis got his second, and he's now the tournament's leading scorer with 3 goals. Morocco lead DRC by 3-1. They're poised for their third victory in 4 games. And they'll finish runners-up to Kenya if things remain unchanged here. Kenya lead by 1-0, courtesy of Ryan Oga on 75 minutes. Shimba to Chanda. Bwalia. Zambia maintaining possession here. Muruch tries to put pressure on Chanda. Eventually the ball is spilled. Shimba clears. Nabwire receives now. Chongwo away, Chalwe, and Chongwo. The far flank. Abud with the successful ball-winning challenge ahead of Chipeshi, the substitute. Chongwo to Rally Bwalia. Kasanga, Bwalia. Crowd pleaser is Rally Bwalia. Match winner as well. He's got the skill and ability. And he can cause a few upsets to opposing players. Often he'll put the ball through the leg of his opponent, call it a nutmeg in certain parts of the world. In Southern Africa, Shibobo. In Zambia, it's the Pomo. And Bwalia is more king. 3 minutes of additional time as we hit the 90. 3 minutes for Kenya to hold on to finish top of Group A and play their quarter-final against runners-up from Group B, Madagascar, here at the Moi International Sports Centre. Chongo backing towards Chanda. Bwalia again, quick towards Kampamba. Kayombo's running into a threatening position. Chipeshi now. Zambia pro left behind. Chipeshi can deliver, but he's closed down and not surpassing towards his captain. Here's Bwalia. Little toe poke away, ball toward the back post. Tichawa is there. The header is unsuccessful. Away by Kibwage. He started the game by clearing the danger off the line as Kayombo had an effort at goal. It's all gone wrong for Chalwe. Tried to take the throw, ball slipped out of his hands. Benny McCarthy sees the funny side. Papa. Away by Kigwage again. Rally Gwalia lining it up, finds Kampamba now. He tries to close him down. Kampamba gets away from his man, but Nabwire gets his body directly behind the line of that shot. Folds over, but rises as Kenya have risen to the occasion here. Not just in this game, but indeed in this tournament. It has been a sensational performance from Kenya. They were considered the underdogs by some margin. And the underdogs are not only going to advance to the knockout stages, they're going to reach the quarterfinals as group winners. In a group that featured perennial knockout stage teams like Angola and Zambia, and indeed two-time champions Morocco and two-time champions Democratic Republic of Congo. Farouk Chikalo brings it under control. Uluj couldn't get him on the end of it. Chanda nods it away. Chongo now finds Chishimba. Zambia running out of time for a late consolation in this game and to deny Kenya top spot. Kampamba looks long and diagonal. Great opportunity here. It's a lovely ball in. Keeper leaves it. Bundy's there to rescue, and he'll allow that ball to go over the line on the near side. With that, the referee signals full time, and Kenya have done the unthinkable. They have won 3 matches from 4 at this African Nations Championship. They go undefeated through the group stages in the group of death, and the co-hosts will stay in Nairobi.